Hey guys, Dylan from Geek Duo here, and today I'll be bringing you part 1 of my Minecraft Stoneblock 4 playthrough. Now, as you can see by the title of my stream today, the yearly Minecraft phase has hit, and it just happened to coincide with, well, the release of a new mod pack in one of my favorite series. Because I loved Stoneblock 1, I loved Stoneblock 2. I tried doing Stoneblock 3, but let's just say I'm not that good on Create, and because of the way I was doing it, it hit right on the end of my Minecraft phase that year, so it just sort of died off. But as you can see, we've got a brand new hub, because one thing that this team does is really good hubs. And yeah, so oh yeah, you can fly in this hub. So this just showcases some of the main mods that it's going to be focusing on. We got some Twilight Forest stuff over here, Create, Ars Nouveau, don't really know what this one's meant to be. Looks nethery. Here we've got End stuff. Okay, so that probably is just a nether one. This is, what is this? Orotech. I don't actually know what Orotech is. This is Mechanism. And then we're back at Twilight. So, I have played a little bit of this, just yesterday, just to basically, I got through the first tab and that was pretty much it, and I enjoyed it. So, let's actually look at the quests. Stoneblock 4 is a story-driven mod pack with plenty of options to play and progress based on your playstyle. This pack has tons of mods of all types of players. Mods may be gated with the storyline, so make sure to explore the different options for progression. For those who want a challenge, the final challenge of the pack is completing the world engine. Do you think you have what it takes? And just give us some experience. There's also, these are commands that are useful to use around your base. Teleport back to home, return to your death location, return here for spawn, and just check the server TPS if it's lacking. If you found a bug, they've got a request to send it to the Discord, and we have completed our first chapter. Now, getting started. The mysterious path. Welcome to the Archive of Guidance. Speak with the Echo to begin your journey. Note, if you're playing with friends, complete this quest first and reach your home base before inviting others to your team. So speak to the Echo of Guidance, which is this guy. Initializing anomalous entity detected. Initializing program. Welcome to the World Engine Restoration Knowledge Base. Work. I am the Echo of Guidance, assigned to assist emergent intelligent life throughout their journey using knowledge compiled from others who have succeeded before them. The World Engine is a powerful construct containing the cumulative knowledge of all humankind. Without that knowledge, it can become unstable and severely affect entire realities, as you can see with this stone world. Check your quest book often. We will provide you with further instructions and access to additional knowledge upgrades as you restore more World Engine archives. Now that you have activated the work, the portal upstairs has become traversable. Task. Press complete stage and claim rewards to enable access to the world selection portal. Unknowing. Task 1. Begin your journey in this petrified world and return to me once you have acquired a crude tool of unearthing materials and basic resources. Statistical models show increased motivation when provided tasks yield rewards. As such, the work will provide you with currency when objectives are complete. These may be exchanged with any Echo to request items from their item printers labeled as Shop. The workshops contain a wide array of items and resources, most of which are only available a specific Echo based on their domain of knowledge. Whilst this knowledge may not prove essential to restoring the world engines, some items are only accessible via printing. Task: craft a crude brush. And so far the only thing we can buy is the quest book. Not that we need it because we have a hotkey, but this is just some of the stuff, well, this is all of the stuff that the Echo of Guidance is able to sell. You got torches, random food, random vanilla resource, gateway pearls, chest upgrades, backpack upgrades, RF sources, draconic stuff, well, wyvern gear. These are teleporters to the specific areas. We'll get more into that later. So yeah. But yes. So now that we've done the first quest, we now have all of this unlocked. Like that. And you'll notice that most of these quests, they only give gold and maybe a minor reward. And then you've got these gear ones, which are the actual story-based quests. We'll get into it more later, but once you hit a gear quest, it's telling you to go back and hand this in to the Echo that gave you the quest, because that's the story progression. Now, there's not much to focus on while we're here now. We'll be coming back to here regularly, so let's just go through the portal. Now, these are the worlds. A dark and eerie blackout zone. I haven't looked at this, but apparently it is entirely made out of anti-blocks. So we're not going to do that. Not only would that be very hard, it also looks very bad on a video. Here we have the traditional spawning area. A vibrant and colorful cherry tree. Like, this one seems a lot more open from the get-go, and you've got an immediate source of wood and everything, and grass. Same with this ruined pre-industrial complex, a lush and warm mangrove cave, and a rugged and resilient tough cave. So, I think we'll be going with the cherry tree. Purely... Nah, we'll go with the normal one. I was going to say we'll go with this one purely so that we've got a more open space to begin with, but that can cause its own issues, so let's just go with the traditional, here's the Stoneblock starter. Oh yeah, you also have flight carry over a little bit after you get here. And you've got Grandma's Treat, which is a random thing of food from Farmer's Delight. Just gonna grab that, chuck that in the middle. The Echo of Guidance has directed you to create your first home. Head out of the archive and enter through the giant portals to make your place in this world. FTB event. This pack comes with random events that are disabled by default. To enable them, complete this quest. Note, some events might contain jump scares. You can toggle each event using the command /event toggles an event. Click to enable events, and we get a B event automatically. Now, if you remember past games, this loot B will occasionally spawn and just drop random stuff. Those two are actually really nice to have at the start. Hey, it dropped an extra egg. I think we also just got a natural loot B. You're not meant to be dropping this much. Okay, so that is something I've noticed. Sometimes events will last for double to triple the amount of time that they normally would. Like, we just got 2 storage drawers, an iron chest, eggs and feathers, which are actually really important to have at the start, diamonds, leather, and iron. Less important, but still nice to have. But really, these first four are pretty good to have. These are like generatable pretty quickly, so um no dirt, no trees, no tools, but you still got your fists. Break some stone to get pebbles that you can work with. Note, this must be done with an empty hand. So we need a stone pebble, and we need to make a crafting table. So that is a staple of Stoneblock of you're able to just mine with an empty hand. Always, always start mining with not your first open inventory slot, because if you try and break it with pebbles, it will just delete the block. So what we're going to need is 16 of, really, what we're going to need is 16 of these, so that we can turn them into cobblestone, and we can then turn that into a crafting table. For now, let's just chuck that there. And that'll give us that, and 4 to 16 more pebbles. While this pack contains FTB Ultimine, it does not work on stone. Ultimine can be toggled with whatever keybind you set it as. It also requires a tool in your hand to work. Now that is not entirely true, because it just doesn't work with an open hand. Because even when you've got your farm and you try to ultimine like harvest, if I just have these vegetable noodles, I can do that. However, if I'm actively mining a block, then yes, it does need the tool, or from my experience. We also got the iron chest. Now, I don't know why some of these quests, they've got multiple requirements, but they trigger off of one. Another one that I saw from just just random gear that I got one of the Eclipse Alloy Paxels from something. And despite this one having two, it triggered off of the one. So, yeah, sometimes it just does that. But we've got the storage drawers. Functional drawers is a storage mod that aims to provide an easy solution to storing tons of items in a single block. Drawers come in three varieties: single drawers, 1x2 drawers, and 2x2 drawers. While a 2x2 drawer can store 4 separate items, the total base storage amount is also divided by 4. To place an item in, simply right-click on the drawer with the item. Double-right-clicking will deposit multiple stacks at a time. To remove items from the drawer, left-clicking it will remove one item at a time, while sneak left-clicking will pull out a full stack. The Iron Chest mod adds basic metal upgrades to the standard chest. These can be easily crafted, or you might have gotten one from getting bonked by a loopy, which is exactly what it is. This chapter covers most of the basic ways to store your items. Like, you've got sophisticated storage, you've got occultism, mechanism, create, pocket storage, ender's chests, iron chests, backpacks, QEDs, QIOs, I mean. I don't actually know what any of these are. Oh, this is applied energistics. Okay, this looks a little different. But yeah, you've got your main quest line, then you've got just these side quests. Here are like bounty missions where slay a wandering trader, and you'll get 3 every 24 hours. Now I don't know if it's like most quests in the bounty board are repeatable and refresh every 24 hours. I don't know if it's 24 hours like clock time or in-game time. The clock task in each quest will show the cooldown once you've collected your rewards. Kill the warden, kill the ender chicken, kill the wither. These I guess are like the mini bosses of the areas. Just some higher level mobs. This one you can hand in stuff. Except for that one, for some reason that's a kill. Exploration is just interesting. In Stoneblock 4, the world is generated in rings. You spawn into a pre-generated stone ring that extends out about 712 blocks. Each ring after only extends out 512 blocks. The rings are in order: stone, deep slate, nether, end, twilight forest, ocean, void chasms. And here's a diagram of the rings. So stone, deep slate, nether, end, twilight, ocean, void. Yeah, so basically in a radius from where we start, 712, then 512, 512, 512, and so there is a quest tree in this little diagram, but it just hasn't been unlocked yet. These are like all the places we have to find: a stone dungeon, a weeping well, a nether dungeon, a chest arena, and also traversal elements, teleportation stuff, traveling, dislocators, portal guns, teleport pads, teleporters, warp scrolls, hypertubes, and what with mechanism portals. Gearing up. This is all the different, like, I guess, gear tools, weapons. Gets you into apotheosis, gems and jewels. I guess these are like just random ones. Exosuit, relics, free runners. Here we've got the Farmer's Delight. Here we've got like enchanting, disenchanter, enchanter. So this is all just for like gearing you up. This chapter is all about teaching you some of the different ways to craft, enhance, and enchant any gear you might need for your adventures. Generating resources. You've got the roost mod. You've got fluid cows. Okay, I don't know what this one is. This is replication. Once you have experienced dimensionalist working, okay, that's later on. You run into very valuable. Okay. This chapter outlines most of the different ways to automatically generate resources. Because you've got spawners, mob mashing, apotheosis, mob grinding. That's the loot fabricator, mob crushers. Yeah, all the different quests. All different like tech stuff for like moving items and everything. In this chapter you'll find most of the ways to handle transferring items, energies, fluids, and more. So you've got pipes, conduits, pipes, entangler porters, create items, laser IO, XNet. You've got all your different magic mods. I think this one's R's. Spells and spellbooks, occultism, malum. I don't remember what this one was. Was there like an overview one? No, there's no like overview node in this one. Power, all the different power options. Covers most of the different ways to generate power. You've got there's flux, integrated irregular implements, endergates, FTP filter system, all the energy storing stuff, beginning generators. Like a lot of these are just beginning generators for the different stages. Late game generators. guessing all of these are just like, yeah, these are all just information nodes. Nuclear reactor, mechanism stuff. Here's our, what are these? Industrial foregoing generators. All the different storage stuff that I went through. These are just useful items that will probably help your playstyle a lot. So you've got like a magnet, time in a bag, the building ones, or construction sticks as they're called, framed blocks, building gadgets, crafting station, snad. All of these are just like useful things. Then you've got your tech trees. There's no like node in here. Questline shows general tech mods. So you've got immersive, create, industrial foregoing, dire things with the transmutations, modular force field, Ender IO, actually additions. This is basically Tinkers, but it's not called Tinkers. Slow melt to 9000, don't know what that is, I'll look into that later. This is cognition, don't know what that is, look into it later. Here's our mechanism quest tree. Here's Orotech. Yeah, this requires actual stuff to be made, and Draconic Evolution. There's also the actual story ones, which will only open when you've completed the prerequisites of the prior level. So this one, you have to actually get to the node over here to unlock chapter 2, or I think it's chapter 1. Anyway, now that we've gone through all of that, let's go on to the next actual quest. Cobblestone will only get you so far. Make a stone hammer so that you can break cobblestone down into a finer material. There has to be some minerals in there somewhere. And you need a stone hammer, gravel, dirt, and you'll get 4 to 8 cobblestone and $1. Smashing gravel down further turns it into dirt. Dirt is always filled with some kind of seed or sapling. Try breaking dirt with a stone crook. So, what we need to do initially, turn that into that, and we need to break down more stone until we have enough to make some, like, actual tools. There we go. Oops. So, we need stone sticks. We actually need 2 lots of those. So we need to mine a little bit more. I haven't really got a design set in mind for what I'm going to make this base into. Oops, almost stuffed up there. You'll notice it does take a little bit longer if you're using like a pebble or something. But what we're going to do first off is we're going to make this hammer. This can be our main tool because it just turns it into cobblestone. Now there will be other hammers we make later on that are better than this, but for now this is that warning down the bottom of my page. That's a event. Ow. So that's another just random event that can happen. A goat will spawn in. I think it's called a quantum goat. And then it'll just, if you're close enough, it'll hit you and then just drop random stuff. So, it wants us to turn this into gravel. As you can see, now that I've got a tool in my hand, Ultimine is active, but not when I'm looking at the stone. There we go, we have 12 gravel. I actually think I want to get 4 more. We'll keep 4 of those. Oops. Oh well. Tried to make it neat. Keep 4 of those. Keep 4 of those. And then dust as well. So these are the 4, not quite sievable, because there's no like sieves or anything in this, but these are the generative blocks. So do that, got our extra cobblestone. Now it wants us to get a sapling. The dirt seems to have plenty of saplings that you can use. You can get the saplings by mining dirt with a crook. While you wait for a tree to grow, you can force it to grow by using squat grow. This can be toggled using the keybind, whatever it's set to. Let's just mine that. I want to keep 1 bit of dirt that's actually going to be my growing one. So if we just grab a crook, ulti-mine this, we got saplings. And we got oak, jungle, dark oak, and spruce. We're going to put all of those away. And that gives us more money and another crook. If you didn't know, you can burn logs into charcoal in a furnace. Good early source of fuel. And then digging with a pickaxe will take forever since it only mines 1 block at a time. Upgrade to a hammer from the Just Hammers mod. The basic stone hammer can dig a 3x3x1 area per swing, which is with the better hammers digging out even bigger areas. Yeah, I haven't actually seen, because I've had a diamond, it must be the impact. Okay. That's what it meant. Because I was going through, like, these ones, and it was just a, still a 3x3x1. But those ones actually require sticks, not, yeah. You can just twerk it normally. I'm going to go like that. And, yeah, let's just mine it with the crook as well. So you don't need, like, a valid tool. Because I can mine that with a crook. But, V, eh? Controls, keybinds, key, V. So what does that do? Doesn't seem to do anything. Oops. Yes. We don't need any more saplings at the moment, so just gonna go like that. So it wants us to create a furnace, which we have enough cobblestone for. That one on that door. It's 2 to 3, isn't it? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 2 to 3. So we'll get charcoal. We'll wait a little bit before we make the hammer. But wood is important, especially in a world made of stone. You need to make use of everything you can get. With your first pieces of wood, make some wooden shears to properly harvest those leaves as well. So if we go like that, go like that, we just got 50 leaves. Now eventually all of this will be like automated. Oh yeah, we can also turn this down into tiny charcoal. Where is it? Which, rather than having one thing do 8, that is just a 1-to-1 um conversion. So basically you don't need to worry about missing out on like efficiency in the early stages. Um, Gave us hoppers and some more charcoal. Let's see. Yeah, we're gonna wait till we have like better resources than just a wooden hammer. Don't forget to stomp. So far, you have made good use of your fists, but now it's time to step it up a notch. Those leaves have some life in them. You just need to crush them to find it. Place down the basin, then place some leaves on top of it. Jump on them until you've squeezed out every last drop from there. This will create water, but you'll need a way to scoop it out. So really, this quest isn't useful until you've got like a bucket or glass bottles or something. If leaves are dried out, they can be used to make stronger fibers. Make a campfire and place the leaves on top to dry them out. Once dry, you should be able to turn them into straw by breaking them with your crook. So that is our next step. How to make a campfire? I keep forgetting the recipe. 3 sticks, charcoal, coal, and logs. That's not the one I meant to grab. Let's just do that. We do need lots of sticks eventually. Like that. Like that. There we go. Campfire. I will eventually expand this. Why are you still here? Or if we just get like 4 leaves. When that commencement. What's nice is it actually tells you how long it's going to take each of these to be done. So what I want to do is, we're just going to push this back. For now, we're just going to make a 3x3x1 tunnel off in most directions and leave this central area at the size it is. Eventually that'll be changed, but so it said with a crook turns it into this straw. I haven't really found much use for this. Like, we can make rope, canvas, tatami blocks. I don't know what that is. Dwab. Packed mud. I can make a lead with it. Organic compost, I guess. But this is what we're needing it for. This crude brush. Straw, any pebble, and a stick. So, luckily, we still have some pebbles there. And there's our crude brush. So, we got this and a Starbuncle gift. Now, this Starbuncle gift. Apparently, if you, like, just hold it out in the air, you get, like, a random Ars item. Or you can just go like that. Okay, it's just a random Mars thing every time. I tapped it on the ground last time and it gave me a Starbuncle. Got some source gems, that's nice. I don't... So it's an orbital knockback spell that has 8 power. Okay, that's weird. I got an actual Starbuncle out of that. Or is it a Carbuncle? I don't know. The Strands of Time. With the straw that you've made, you are finally able to make a basic version of the most important tool on your journey, the crude brush. With a gentle hand and a stroke of the brush, you'll be able to find the minerals hidden inside the broken stones. You should return to the Echo of Guidance to show him your progress. No, you can use /spawn to return to the lobby. And you'll see that even though we've hit this story node, we can't actually progress until we speak to the Echo. Using the hammer, you can also break down dirt into sand and then into dust. These will provide different resources needed for progression. The hammer can also smash down compressed blocks to speed things up. Just got some extra sand and dust. A bonsai tree. Bonsai pods make tree farming a breeze. Place it in a piece of dirt, a sapling, and an axe to create a mini tree farm from a single block. You can get some clay by brushing sand. Here, instead of picking through dirt with a crook, the crude brush can help you find smaller objects like seeds to start a farm. Grass or delightful dirt can be used to make a passive mob farm that can be a good source of food and resources, especially leather. I didn't even think of a passive mob farm, so I was struggling a little bit with like the eggs and feathers and leather and all of that in the other playthroughs, so because I didn't actually read this. The Echo of Guidance also sells a gateway containing passive mobs. So observe a grass block and get grass seeds. And then, yeah, see, you actually need. Passively spawned chickens can drop eggs randomly, but you can also get the eggs before the chicken. They may randomly drop from the Loot Bee event, yep, or if you're lucky, the chicken jockey event may also lay an egg. Or you can just get like a feather from an actual chicken jockey, like I did in the last one. With access to eggs and feathers, you can get started on the Roost Ultimate mod, allowing your chickens to produce other resources than just plain old eggs. And this apparently hyperlinked to the Roost quest. That's a little ways down the way because, well, we don't actually have what's needed to be able to make the seeds and all that. Gear quests. Most quests in the main chapters that are shaped like a gear are Echo-related quests. This means that you will most likely need to return to an Echo to complete their task, or see if they have something new for you. So, now that we've done that, let's go to... Oops. That one. /spawn. And it opens this little tempad door to just take you back. And it like stays there for a couple seconds. But let's speak to him. 1 second. Also note that once we hand this in, okay, apparently, complete the stage. You'll notice that torches and random food has now been unlocked. As you are aware, my primary directive is to restore the world engine. However, it cannot be accessed directly, as its core is sealed deep within the center of the world, beyond an impenetrable barrier to protect its internal systems from those who do not follow the proper work protocol. Access will require teleportation using chronon energy. Chronon is a powerful energy source capable of opening time and space gateways. A chronon generator will passively store chronon within a chronon cell. We have located a healing spring north of your base, which will provide you with the necessary resources to craft this generator. Past data has shown that mortal entities require the consumption of nutrient-rich substances in order to function. To accommodate for this need, and to avoid past results, you may now acquire food from within our shop. Note, you may access your base of operations by walking through the portal again. Task crafted, submit a chronon generator to your quest book. See, submit it to your quest book, rather than, like, hand it in to him, or just have it automatically trigger. Now, it says that, access to your home base is available by just walking through the portal again, or you can just go /home. Never mind, you haven't unlocked slash home yet, so just fly through that. And I do still have flying for a couple seconds, but you'll see that now we have the actual next set of quests open, where to show the echoes that you have learned how to unearth resources from this world, you should make an iron hammer. Hi. Anyway, from the materials you can brush from gravel. This will speed up gathering cobblestone greatly. Note, completing this quest will upgrade your unearther level, which increases the type of items that you receive when brushing. So, that is something we can look at now. If we take out gravel, chuck those in, pretty much just clear out our inventory. Let's place our gravel. You'll see above our taskbar is Unearther level 1, Novice. So that means that while we use this brush, see, we didn't get anything from it. However, let's just vein mine these. We got 3 iron chunks and a tiny coal piece. Now that is all that we're really able to get these low numbers at the moment. Let's just turn all this into gravel. And let us just vein mine all of that. Like, there are other resources eventually, but for now it's pretty much just these. And you can actually see, so right now we ignore this, but level 1 Novice, 97% chance of getting an iron chunk, 80% chance of getting tiny coal. Then if we get to level 2, you'll see it adds zinc, aluminum, lead, and osmium, and also makes it a 130% chance to get iron, 100% chance to get tiny coal. Then you get to level 3, diamonds, lapis, 30% for actual coal, 156 for iron, and then the numbers just go up from there. But that's what we're able to get from the crew brush on gravel at a novice level. And then these 4 of them turn into an iron cluster. That iron cluster then is a 1-to-1 thing with actual iron. I think I'm going to, while that's smelting, I'm going to grow another couple trees. Crook is on 45 durability. If I go like this... Okay, it does take the durability. There was a part of me that was wondering, because I didn't notice the bar going down, but... And see, we used up 4 tiny coal to do 4 iron ingots. So, what it wants from us is an iron hammer, which is just the next stage of this. What it also wants from us, which we can't get right now, is we're going to make an iron version of this. But, you'll see, I don't know what that is. And an unearther level +1. So, increasing your unearther level will also increase the type of drops you can get from brushing blocks. So if we now, let's just get more gravel. Still need to do these 2 pathways. I'm going to use up the stone hammer. Just until it's like completely broken. And then we'll switch over to the iron one. Because at this early stage, iron is a little bit tedious. That reminds me, these. We're actually going to spend an iron to do that. Now what's annoying is these do just look like sticks, but these are basically builder wands. And if you just hold it in your offhand, it'll automatically use that block to just place it down. And it just makes things a lot quicker. And then we'll just brush this. But you'll notice, now that we're at level 2, we got the osmium, lead, aluminum, and zinc. So, let's just chuck all that in there. For now, we'll keep those as they are. We will need to look at more storage very quickly. But just give me... I need 3 pieces of iron. While we're looking at that, the Echo mentioned a healing spring somewhere north of your base that can provide you with resources to make the Chronon cell. And with your new unearthing skills, you should easily be able to find better minerals in the different blocks you can brush. Try brushing dust to see what you can unearth, and it wants redstone and gold. There's also... this compass will lead you to the nearest healing springs. Not really needed, because it's literally just north. But, what is that even from? Just Dire Things, okay. There we go. So this is why we needed 3. We've got our mining hammer now. Don't need you. Don't need you for now. You can go like that. Yeah. So, it wants us to make the... can we even see it on this? This is where we're aiming for, this healing spring. And to get there, we're going to need a lot of coal. So... because we're going to need a lot of torches. What I'm going to do is just move this torch back over to the center, just so it's even, and just head off in this direction. F7 for light overlays. There was a little offset because of the campfire we have. I'm still not happy with that change in the lighting system. That basically makes it so light passes through blocks if there's like the slightest of gaps. But that came out years ago now, so can't really complain about it. There we go. It's every like 13 blocks, I'm pretty sure. And while we're doing this, we're also getting a lot of cobblestone that we can then turn into gravel eventually. Just making sure I'm not leaving like a whole bunch of entities behind. Our iron hammer may not actually reach where we're going. Yep. Now the good thing about these hammers is I should have actually brought it with me, just so we didn't have to run back all the way. For now, give me one of those. If we take iron and just in a crafting table, there. How much do you have left? 2. I'm gonna take one of you. But back down the tunnel, because we were almost there, relative to where we started. I will admit that this explanation that I'm doing, where I'm just like explaining every part of the quest, will only last until I've hit where I was in my other playthrough. So, couple episodes max. What really is the issue now is, for my streaming, I've now got 6 games and 10 episode slots per week that I want to play. Here we go, we've got some Deep Slate. Now this is obviously not the Deep Slate layer, because we're not 712 blocks away from spawn. This is just the boundaries of the healing springs. And now you don't have to worry about mobs spawning here. Like, nothing hostile can spawn in this little healing spring. Oh yeah, also if you sneak with these hammers, you can take it down to only mining one thing. Okay. So what I'm going to do is just run around, light up all of this. But you'll see we've got some useful blocks. We've got bamboo, we've got sugarcane, dandelions, cornflowers. We don't have jade active to show us the liquids in that. Got another campfire, azalea bushes, amethyst up there, some candles. Don't really know what the glass is for, but what you really want, these decorative pots. Chuck one there, another one there. Cool, we got all 16, but if we just go like that, oh look, we've got a smithing table. Apparently played for an hour. We've got blast furnaces, a stone cutter, another blast furnace, grindstones, lodestones, cauldrons, a brewing stand, a barrel. Barrels aren't really needed to be taken. Some more campfires, another crafting table. But what we're here for is the amethyst. So the easiest one to get to is this one. So let's just mine our way up there. I do actually need quite a bit of amethyst, but luckily we've got these blocks of amethyst. Also, fun fact. Well, you can't ultramine that. If I were to go like this, because of the way the hammer works, some of the stone will also be taken out, which is why we got the andesite, the mossy stone, this 11 cobblestone, and all that. So we got 8 amethyst shards and 16 blocks of amethyst, which can be converted down into amethyst amethyst shards. Can also on a chopping block for the exact same, so we shouldn't have to come back here any time soon for like the other deposits. I might actually grab this one as well, just because it's quite low down. Give me that. There we go. So we shouldn't need to come back here for amethyst anytime. Ah, yes, the stick event. Sereth's Rod of Tester Beating. That is one of the events that happens where it'll just give you a oh god, this is a lot better than what I got in my last playthrough. It'll just give you a random stick that is named, so it takes up a whole bunch of inventory space. Let's move you back over there. But we're heading back with a fairly full inventory now. But so what I'm going to be probably doing is from these I'm just going to be branching off like rooms interspersed down the corridors. Maybe this will be like a big room. These will be smaller rooms for like different storage or like create systems or immersive stuff like that. Haven't decided. Yeah. So just chuck everything in here. Really need to set up a storage system. But so we've done this quest. Now we need redstone. So where's our... It was dust, yeah? Yeah. Chuck that in our offhand. Place it down and may mine this. There we got some tin, redstone, bone meal, and gold. And gave us a bunch more dust. Here we go, the Chronon Generator. With the material you've gathered, you should be able to craft the Chronon Generator like the Echo wanted. It's time to submit the Chronon Generator and return to the Echo of Guidance. Doing this will award all players on your team a cell and generator, which is Lost Cell of the Echoes and the Chronon Generator. Note, you must submit the Chronon Generator to complete the quest and update the Echo of Guidance. So this requires glass, which is easy, a clock, which we just got some resources for, iron, which we obviously have, and this Chronon Cell. This Chronon Cell is what we need the amethyst for. And also copper. Copper comes from that one. This comes from sand. So we're going to need some more dust sieved. We're going to need some more sand sieved. We're probably going to need some more gravel sieved. There we go. Also, we do have the mod where if you just hit K, it'll auto condense the stack. Or if you have like multiple stacks, you just shift K and it'll do all of them. Let's go like that. 7, 1 off of on the copper. So, do we have any gravel in here? Got 1. Are we gonna get lucky? Hey, we got it. So we can make our clock. We are actually going to need another piece of sand for the, what's it called? The glass. So let's just go like that. Now this stick can only place down 27 blocks at a time. So we do have to do multiple sets to get it all down. Actually don't know how that interacts, so we're just going to go like that. Where the the iron. There. Shifted it up there so I'd be able to get all of it and then couldn't see it. There's another 5 pieces of iron to go with the 2 we already have. Another whole bunch of coal. Because we need 2 iron there. We need 4 iron there. But other than that, we should be able to make what we need. Give me that. It was 2 redstone and a single piece of amethyst. There we go, there's our chronon cell. That goes down there, that goes there. We do need 1 piece of sand. Which we can turn into dirt when this is done. Turn into glass when this is done. Gonna need more chests soon, which... Just get 4 of those. There's our glass. There's our chronon generator. And if we just click to submit, we get money, dreadful dirt, which is basically an automatic mob spawner. Like a really quick mob spawner, and can be affected by redstone to make it go even faster. Here's the chronon generator and the lost cell of the echoes. So now let's just chuck these into our, it can go into a charm slot. This can go into like a bracelet. Where's the bracelet? There. And if you see, now that's actually on our wrist because it's a bracelet. And also the little chronons on our back. But now the action pad. The action pad is a marvel of the ages. It can route many of your commonly used commands, such as home, spawn, and world engine, teleportation through the device. You can open the menu by using the item or with the keybind enter. I actually changed it, so that's why it's enter. Many other teleportation options will appear as you meet the various echoes and progress through the pack. If you ever lose your device, you can claim a replacement in the questbook emergency items tab. So let's get our action pad, and this goes into which slot? A curio slot. So now if I hit enter, got spawn, home, world engine, and the route of guidance, which is the echo of guidance. Also, the chronon cell allows you to store the power of time, called chronon. The chronon generator will slowly generate chronon from the cell, which enables teleportation to your base using /home. You can also use the cell to teleport to the world engine by sneak right clicking with it in your hand. Or we can just go like that. But go to spawn. Basically works the same as doing the / command, but you don't have to type it in. So complete the stage. You have progressed well. However, solitary effort has proven inefficient in past attempts. To improve your odds, you will require assistance. In the shadows you may find the remains of previous nitwits, helpers. The damaged ender lead will assist you with converting them within a healing spring into a useful companion. You will be required to convert this helper into a token, which can be brought to the system to recognize your progress. This can be done by making an echo encoder within the world engine. Task: convert a zombie villager in a healing spring and turn them into a worker token using the echo encoder. And we also have random basic vanilla resources and gateway pearls unlocked. So now we should be able to go to the world engine. This is basically what we're trying to fix. This machine in the middle is broken. You can see by all the gaps in the casings and everything, and just this big empty space. So this item right here, this acts as like a crafting, sort of. Whereas, trying to find, apparently you can recharge your echo encoder in here, but, these little worker tokens, you can duplicate them with baked potatoes to get 2 worker tokens. So basically, this is basically breeding villagers. Just you only need the 1 in the food rather than 2 in food. This amethyst resonance charge and an iron stick to make the encoder. We actually need to do this soon. You can also use bread instead of baked potatoes. But basically, this is a little crafting thing. You can take energy, temperature, I don't know, these are probably liquids, I don't know what liquids for though, and sauce. Different recipes will require a different input. So, you'll need to pay attention to that. It's already configured that pretty much every... Okay, that can only come in from the left, but pretty much everything can come in from any. And source, you just got a direct over there. But yeah. Now, these little things here, I don't know if they get expanded upon. I only know that this actual center structure does get built upon eventually. But the next quest, bring me to life. Oh yeah, we forgot to claim that. Bounty board, so play for an hour. Useful items, the building sticks. So, within the dark, empty spaces, it sounds like creatures have begun to crawl up from the depths of the stone. With some luck, you might be able to find a deceased villager stirring up. Create an empty dark room to allow for a zombie villager to spawn, use the healing springs to bring them back to life. Note: make sure not to build the room too close to the healing springs, as mobs won't spawn there. Look for the biome name under your minimap or using F3 to check. So, as I said, this is the healing springs up here. You can actually see down the bottom that it is labeled as a healing springs biome, whereas this is Garden of Stone. Let's just go home for now. And yeah, so that's why I'm annoyed with the change to what's it called? Because this one, -27 from our base, which is 0. That's pretty much the perfect distance away to do a mob farm. The problem is, if I were to do a mob farm here and just put a door to block it, which used to work, that entire room is lit up. So instead, what I'm going to have to do is break that. We're actually going to put that there now as a marker, but for now that we have it, let's go F7. Yeah. So we need to actually move this torch one closer, so that only that is marked. Actually, we'll move it 2 closer. I think it just, yeah. Because we need this one to not be, but unfortunately that's, it's made it so this one isn't. Because what I was hoping for, oh, it is, cool. What we're just going to do is check that there. Make this 3 tall above the block, just so we can occasionally get Endermen. And you hear that? Something's already spawned. So give me that one. Give me a lever. I don't know how it died, but I should probably actually invest in a sword. Ow. Bastard. The goop effect is a little annoying. Can't make an iron sword. Loopy. Okay. What are you gonna give me? Copper. Another egg. Another piece of copper. Quartz. Don't know what that is. Piece of honeycomb. Leather, that's nice. Iron. Cool, I needed that. And another piece of leather. Cool. Energy tablet. A full energy tablet. So that's not bad. Now let's just go like that. All of our valuable resources can go in there. Diamond, iron, gold. Clears this up a little. Take that one to use so that it's not clogging up my inventory. Make us a sword. But yeah, pretty much what we now need to do is hope to get a zombie villager from this. Get another slime. Oh, hey, neat. Just got a zombie villager straight up. So that, was incredibly lucky. I'll be honest, in my other playthrough, I didn't notice that they gave us dreadful dirt. So, when I was doing that, I actually had to make a dark room, hope for one to spawn. So this water here, if we just, you see, it gives, it automatically starts converting them over 10 seconds. And we now have a villager. So claim that. Not everyone likes slaughtering innocent cows, or animal farms. You may slay the undead instead to acquire rotten flesh, which can be cured into leather in a campfire. It's probably a good idea to consider making a backpack with some of the leather. And wants us to get rotten flesh, and it'll give us a random reward. Here. Once you've cured a villager, the Echo of Guidance knows of a tool that you can craft that can harness their skills for future use. To make this tool, you must use the World Engine. The World Engine can harness the power of ancient crafts to create advanced items beyond your current knowledge. To reach the World Engine, a portal must be activated by sneak right-clicking a Chronon cell once it contains some Chronon. Your goal will be to craft an Echo Encoder using the latent magical powers stored within Amethyst. There are two main ways to get leather early on, killing a cow or by using rotten flesh. Or, getting lucky with the loopies. Because you need 4 and another piece of amethyst. I think we have 3 pieces of leather. Oh hey, slime ball. Is there anything Nothing there. Apparently another slime died while we were gone. How much leather do we have? 3, yeah. So that, a piece of amethyst. So I guess we just kill this until we get rotten flesh. What is it? That's not hitboxes. That's a creeper. Now, it would probably actually be better to take the zombie villages. But it's actually pretty easy to get more. They seem to have an increased spawn rate, from what I've seen. Okay. I've never actually done anything with apotheosis, so that's going to be a learning experience for me. Didn't get any rotten flesh. Oops. That is why I made it 3 blocks tall in there. Hey, we finally got it. And we also got a leather helmet. Turn off that. So what was it? It was nice. Skip the tutorial. This is basically Apotheosis gear guide, where each stage of gear makes the world more difficult. So right now we're in Haven, which can only be common. This gives us plus luck on our head. But we got 2 pieces of rotten flesh, so we can cure that on the campfire. Drop the rest of the stuff off. All of that. Gunpowder. Why'd I put the leather back in there? Like that. Now you can go in there. We do need another stick. It was specifically the iron one that we needed, so we do need more gravel. Wait, no, we had more gravel. There. That was the wrong one. Okay. Well, for one, we don't need that anymore. Probably never will again. Put that into there. Claim that. We got a mysterious cube. Radio. What is... Okay. Nice. Silicon, engineering, calculation, and logic. Logic, energy, quantum. Why are they not all on there? Let's go. They're not all in here either. Interesting. That's weird. So basically, you open that, it gives you everything you need to start off with AE2. I need 2 sticks. I need another one of those. And now, if we go to the world engine, go in here, go like that and that. See this little check mark means it's working. And we now have the Echo Encoder. Gives us 15 bucks and a painting. With the power of the world engine and an Echo Encoder, you can manufacture more villages using food once you're at least 1 worker token. And this is to get a worker token. Using the Echo Encoder, you can sneak right-click to convert the villager into a token. This token encodes the villager in time, allowing you to place it down when needed. The Echo Encoder only has so many charges and will need to be recharged by placing it back into the world engine. The Echo of Guidance should now guide your next step. So, what we do is we take this and anchor that has a villager and try not to have it phase through the floor. But we now have a token. And what we probably should do is make a little farm, get a whole bunch of bread, and then dupe this. But as I said, zombie villages are a lot more common in this. So level up to our unearther level and blaze gold boots. Cool. Which also gave us okay, it's just any curio item. Gives us 3 bucks. This falls under oh yeah, blaze gold and ferrocore. So again, we'll wait until we have the ferrocore stuff. But now we've got this with protection 5 and unbreaking 10. It's missing step assist, jump boost, and ground stomp. But wants us to go back to spawn, and we can speak to you. With these tokens, the work is now able to reboot the archives of 3 additional echoes. Their upgrades will assist you in restoring the first segments of the world engine. The echoes may appear similar in form, but each has the personality of their most successful predecessor artificially recreated. We hope this is to your liking. Each echo can be found in the lobby above within their respective archives. Your quest book allows you to set a waypoint on your map for each of these locations. The Echo of the Quartermaster manages knowledge on storage systems and other general miscellaneous items. The Echo of the Mechanist specializes in mechanical systems and basic automated machinery. The Echo of the Magician focuses on arcane and magical sources. Task: return to me once you have completed the Quartermasters and at least 1 additional Echo's World Engine upgrade. So, if we bring up the path, with the worker token, the Echo of Guidance has unlocked more archives for you to visit. Within them are new echoes whose tasks will allow you to upgrade the world engine. Make sure to go meet each one, as they might have a gift for you. The world engine has plenty of upgrades, with only a few being required to advance. Each tier requires at least 2 upgrades to be completed by working with the echoes. Note, major upgrades will be required while minor upgrades are optional. So that unlocked tier 1. Well, let's look at these while we're here. Still need to do bonsai pots, still need to do the crucible, or whatever this is, the basin. The Clever's mod adds special interactions with locked chests. Chests are now locked behind a lock-picking minigame. Line up the needle with the locks and left-click to unlock them. The less you miss and the faster you complete the challenge, the better the loot. Note, the chest will still unlock with reduced rewards if you fail. You can also use lockpicks to completely skip the minigame. The worker token that the villager converted into was just an example of what the Echo encoder can do. If you encode villagers with specific jobs, you can put them to work for you in an unearther. This is a 3x3x3 block that allows you to automate block brushing. All it requires is a little villager labor. The unearther supports automatic item input and output via hoppers and pipes. So this requires polished deep slate, which you saw we got deep slate when we were at the little healing spring, and tinted glass, which requires amethyst, which again was at the healing springs. But let's look at foundations. That's the exact same quest as this one. Claiming this quest reward will set a waypoint at the Echo's Archive entrance. So let's go to Magician, the Quartermaster, and the Machinist. Meet the Magician. With more archives unlocked, it is time to explore the lobby and find the Echo of the Magician. Work with this Echo to unlock the source upgrades for your world engine. You may teleport directly to the Echo from anywhere in the lobby after meeting them using /Echo Magician. This is the same. Work with the Echo to discover your first major upgrade. Oops. And then the Echo of the Machinist specializes in calibrated engineering and moving contraptions to unlock the shadow casing upgrades for your world engine. So this one you have to get. You have to make your way down to get the 64 world engine machine blocks. And then you can choose to either go down the source route, the Ars Nouveau route, or the create route. I did this one mainly because this quest is actually quite difficult. Whereas this is fairly easy. But now let's go. You'll see on our little mini map that we have the Magician, the Mechanist, or the Machinist, and the Quartermaster. So let's fly up to the lobby. And these are the little archives that I made note to look at when we started, but didn't go into. Because all of this is actually blocked off. Meet the Magician. I don't actually know what voice I want to do for these ones. Greetings, Seeker of Wisdom. I assume you wish to uncover the magical ways of the world in order to restore the world engine? Even within these endless stone worlds, source yet flows. 'Tis drawn from the very foundations of the world and the lifeblood inhabiting the stone. Begin by acquiring resources imbued with magical essence. Seek out the archwood, born of saplings unearthed by your assistance. Craft archwood planks. And you'll see we've got fertilizers, ink, and brewing stands. And this is all the magic stuff. I'm probably not going to remember the voice I just gave them. The Machinist. See a whole bunch of copper stuff and fluid stuff. Yeah, you're in adventure mode when you're in here, so you can't just take all of this stuff. So you're the new helper. Yeah, not sure how much you'll be able to get done with those soft, clean hands, but I'm more than happy to be surprised. Let's make sure you've at least got the basics before you go off and do your own thing. Here, take this tool Pa prepped for you ahead of time. Did I forget to claim the other one? That entropy manipulator should have enough energy to convert some stone into lava, which you can then turn into obsidian. It's the only material you can get right now that can handle the alloy infusion you'll need for the next world engine upgrade. You'll need to get some train casings first. These should serve as a strong base for the next casings we'll be infusing. Crafted train casings. And he gives you... Oh, you can just get... I didn't even notice that. He gives you a lot of the tech stuff. Like, a lot of the upgrades. But this is actually a handy tool because, as he said, it can turn stone into lava. And the final one was the Quartermaster. He gives you a lot of like storage stuff. Like functional storage, pocket storage. Okay, I guess that's the only storage, like chest upgrades from sophisticated storage. A whole bunch of useful stuff when you actually get to it. Howdy, young one. Been a hot minute since I done seen one of your kind round these parts. I'll cut straight to the chase. I'll give you some tasks, and when you're done, you can repair that rusty old world engine with the old quartermaster's know-how. As it is, I'm the proud owner of one of the major upgrades for the world engine, so unfortunately for you, you's gotta do as you're told no matter what. I'm just messing with you, well, kinda. The machine blocks are essential, but I'll be nice and keep your first job real easy. Go out there and make a machine that can make circuits and metallic alloys and a sturdy casing component. Craft a metallurgic infuser and a dielectric casings. And as we see now, all of these are actually unlocked. And we just got an absorption of it. Nice. Now, this... Oh boy, that was annoying. Now, we could be lucky and it spawned a lot closer. And yeah, these little ones, teleport to guidance, teleport to the magician. We can now just quick jump between all of them. But only when we're at spawn. Let me look at that. Nope, that seems to be in the exact same location. Which means it is all the way about here. So, that's, takes a long time to get to. Like, it took me, what was it, 2.5 diamond wands? Diamond hammers, I mean. Got another energy cell. Nice. Another piece of ectoplasm. Another egg. Another egg. Piece of iron. And... dirt chest. 3,000. 9,000. Another one of those. Cool. Absorption hopper. I'm gonna technically count that as that. Don't need the dirt chest, but oh well. Start splitting these out. Any in-world blocks, let's take out of here. Not counting saplings in that. Oh, there was a brewing stand as well. Tuck you all into there for now. Eventually I will have like an actual storage system. But for now we'll just... Oh, missed the cauldron. So, we can make our way down these quest lines. The first task from the magician is to unearth magical trees from the world. You should work together with an expert or master archaeologist and an unearther to dig these magical saplings up. If you're more of the explorer type, you may also find some magical resources in the arcane grove. Use the compass provided by the magician to guide you. If you're planning to engage with enemies within the grove, be sure to equip at least diamond level gear. You've been warned. You should return to the magician once you have completed the task. And this is where it says spawns about 512, 512. What was that? So basically, either get an archaeologist and level them up majorly, or find the arcane grove. Here. To upgrade the world engine, you'll need to make some basic machines for processing materials. To do this, you'll need some basic circuitry and metallic alloys. A metallurgic infuser would be a great machine for this. You also need a very durable machine casing to house the components. Take a look at the power generation chapter if you want some more early power options. You should return to the quartermaster once you have completed his task. Once dielectric casings, which it's not hard, it's just a bit of iron. Oops. Metallurgic infuser, again, more iron, some osmium furnaces. It's quite easy. And then a heat generator, a simple coal generator, or a coal generator, all from different mods, will work for this. And this is iron gears, the machine base, which is gold and stone. Any stone works for that. Redstone. Keep doing that. This one needs the ferrocore ingots, which comes from this ferrocore, which is the goo transmutation stuff. Which we do have sugarcane over at the little healing grove, so... Or just a heat generator. Which is copper, iron, osmium, and... Now, considering this comes from its own quest... It was generating resources, yeah? No. Useful items? No. Orotech? No. I know there was... There. General Tech. This one. So we may actually go this route. Just Dire Things is a cool tech mod that, despite the name, actually adds some impressive and slightly overpowered gadgets, tools, and armors. JDT has a very unique mechanic for acquiring its materials. It starts by making goo, which will spread into other blocks to convert them over time. The first goo that you'll make is called Primogel Goo, which takes only a few basic materials. And then shaping obsidian. Before you can create the casings used for the world engine, you'll need to have acquired lava and obsidian. Obsidian is a strong enough material to support the strength of basic casings, but you'll need to press it into place first. And that is why this quest line is so much more difficult than the others. Because, sure, you can get into productive metalworks. That requires steel, molten steel, which you think, oh, it's just carbon and iron. That's coal and iron. No. This comes specifically from carbon fiber strands, which is an industrial squeezer, or centrifuge from Orotech, which graphite dust. So that is several steps in and of itself. The easiest way to get the coal dust would be the crushing wheels. So, okay, that's not how you make steel. You can make steel dust through the metallurgic infuser, which coal and enriched iron, which is just iron and coal. That's the easiest way to get it that I found. Or if we go here, we can also go the recipe sequencing from create, which is probably the way it actually wants you to do it, considering this is the create questline, which needs the spout of lava and the presses. Now each of these obviously requires several steps. It also needs obsidian dust, which the easiest way to do that is again the crushing wheels. The crushing wheels require the mechanical crafters. Mechanical crafters require the brass casings and the electron tubes. And brass is an easy and malleable alloy to work with, and can be used to create some basic casings. You'll need to combine these with obsidian plates to create stronger foundations. Brass is annoying because, again, there's no real easy way to make it, because you can get the alloy kiln, which is immersive. That's fine, that's not that bad. But again, the easiest way would be with the ingot cast. So, it's just, considering you actually need immersive to get the plates to then make the plate cast to then get the obsidian plate, that maybe not that bad, but it does need power. And power we don't really have. So this one builds heavily off of this and other stuff. This one just builds off of prior stuff with this and itself, which is why I chose these two over doing this one. I will do all of them eventually. The easiest way to start would probably be finishing off this quest, which is the Unearther. So, did we grab enough, we got deep slate, yes, good. This is like that, and it was amethyst around glass, wasn't it? Or was it glass around amethyst? Almost stuffed up there. Then we want to break this one more time. Yeah, let's just go with 16 glass. We'll need more glass eventually, so... while we're at it... well, we can't really... This is handy, and we do have a way to actually get lava now. And again, the only way to tear it up is to use this smeltery or this super cooler, which requires mechanical components, capacitors. So this is actually can't really be done until after we do this part, so. And also auto hammers. Auto hammers is fine, it's just a bit of resources. And then these, they just build off of the previous tier. There's no like major stuff that we need to do. Take that. I think I need 2 crafts of these. No, I need 3. So if we go like this, and then like this, we now have an unearther. Oh yeah, occasionally you'll get obstructed by block. That just means that he tried to trigger an event, and we don't have room for it. Leave a 3 gap block and then... There we go, there's our unearther. Now, we can't just put this guy in here, because he's an unemployed one. So if I keep doing that, it also has given us some item pipes. To be able to use the worker token in an unearther, you'll need a villager that has one of the 3 jobs. Archaeologist can brush dirt, dust, mud, and sand. Use a decorative pot for the workstation. Geologist can brush gravel, soul sand, and crushed kiwi. Use a salvaging table for the workstation. Dimensionalist can brush netherrack, endstone, and other stone. Use a resonance engineering block for the workstation. So, obviously can't do that one yet, but we need to make an archaeologist and a geologist. So, we do need another zombie villager to then turn into an actual villager. There's a creeper in here. For some reason, the creeper doesn't have an icon on the map. It's like the only one that doesn't. Oh yeah, it's just a regular zombie. We did need more rotten flesh, so that helps. Eventually I will get a much better mobs spawner, but for now this is all that we really need. I could make a redstone clock and just make it so I don't have to manually flip the switch, but don't really want it going overdrive while we're not here. Ow! I've been slimed again. So it can spawn more than one. Regular zombie. I really should have saved that other zombie villager. Huh? How did the... Oh wait, no, I'm in a 3x3. I thought somehow a block above my head got broken. And in a sense it did, but it was by me. Alright, I need a, Violent Stone Sword of the Serendipitous. 1.6 attack speed versus... Okay, that's the same. 3 range. Soul Ward and max health. It's not bad. And you're just, extra armor. Okay. Skeleton. Maybe I shouldn't have made it 3 high so that we could, like, lower the things that can spawn. Then again, it, spawns those giant slimes and, well, they can't survive in there, so maybe it still would have spawned Enderman. Yeah, I really should have saved that other... Because I'm not even getting normal zombies. There we go. All you have to do is complain about it, and then it's like, haha, fuck you. Anything else you can chuck in there? Not you. Go like that. Go like that. There. Again, I really... Hey, there's another one in there. Hopefully it doesn't despawn while we're at the thinger. But I think we may go out of its range. While it's doing its own thing, let's just grab some sugarcane. One. Really? Hey, it is still there. Cool. The only issue with these noodles is they, what was that hole I made there? Is that they give you a bowl when you're done. Whereas the ones I had last time didn't. Turn this one into a thing as well. That way we'll still have a token that we can then, duplicate when we actually do make a farm. I should probably, just for the sake of these sugar canes, chunk load this area. Hello, Pumpkinhead. Oh wait, I forgot I have the encoder. Hey. I didn't need to chuck him in a hole. But there we go, we now have 2 unemployed villagers. Let's chuck you in there for now. Chuck you. The Stick of Lies. Decorative pot. It's just 4 of those. No wonder it's so dark. I forgot to... So if I go over here now, can I... I still can't really see, but it's much better than it was. If for some reason the light overlay keeps turning off. My torches are in the chest. Or not? Why are you in there? Okay, so decorative pot. Actually, we'll make the other one first. Keep doing that. This salvaging station. And another one of those need amethyst dust, which is just amethyst on a cutting board. Need more copper, and then iron tools. So need more iron. Need more copper. Oh wait, no, I've got that. I do need one more iron. We have a smithing table. What's the other one? Amethyst dust and the deep slate slab. Deep slate slab. Don't know why that was so hard for me to say. Need that. Need 2 of those. Do I still have gravel? Yes. Oops. Forgot that was in my offhand. Like that. Let's just brush the iron first. I really should have actually done the sand. You're dust, right? Sand. No, it is sand. I should have done that for the copper because to make the second tier of the brushes actually uses copper. But then again, I have that, so give me a stick. Give me a feather. Let me go like that. There we go. Alright, we're getting actual coal now. Sand. Okay. That. And then one more. There we go. Okay, that didn't last. Oops. Might help if I actually did that. Give me sticks, which I almost need to make more. Okay, why did do it differently this time? Now that is an interesting thing about the brush in that, regardless of what its durability is, if you, just vein mine with it, it will do all of them as it dies. Give me... Cool, perfect amount. I need a pick and an axe. There, got that, got that. Got that. What was a cutting board? Wood. You grow some more trees. I should make a, what is it? A thing on a stick? Let's check that next to the, campfire. Okay, so it's 1 to 2. Got that. The reason I want to do this one first rather than the pot is because the pot breaks when you like take it down, and to stop the thingo from pathing. Speaking of, I'm gonna pick you up. To stop the thingo from pathing to the wrong one, I want to pick them up in between. There we go. Now that one just requires an axe to break down. Geologist, nice. Where's my little encoder thing? Pretty sure I can also break it down with my hand. Now we'll go with the pot. And we've got an archaeologist. So, with this thing, it's got 4 different slots. It's got a slot for a brush. It's got a slot for a worker. It's got a slot to give it food, which will speed up its work. And it's got the resource slot. Where is the... possibly here. According to the echoes, recently cured villagers are unskilled. You must train them to increase their unearthing levels. Once they are placed into an unearther, they will slowly gain levels over time. You can place them back into the world using the token, but will need to pick them back up with the echo encoder. Warning: placing the villager back into the world as a token will cause it to lose its job and levels. And while they can work without food, feeding them is probably a good idea. The food you feed them will give them special bonuses depending on what you feed them. More shanks will faster work speed, and more saturation means it lasts for longer. So if we were to give it this, it would go 7 bonus on its work speed for 11 saturations. But it's not really necessary. Also, these item pipes. For now, we don't really have a way to automate it. Should probably claim that. Like, we could do the cobblestone generator, which needs compressed stone, which I should probably, we don't have enough for. So what we'll do is go like that. Because to start with, this thing can only do a novice level, because it's only level 1. Also, this one can do the gravel that we need. So if we chuck that in there, you'll see it's working. That's what it looks like on a 20% boost, because this is 2 things. So it is 10% per haunch. Got it. But see that it's gone through 4 and it's 10%. So the progress isn't like guaranteed to be the same, like it went up 2, it went up 3. But until it gets to level 2, it can only get the lower amounts of iron and mini coal. Now what we can do is... we're out of wood. Now would possibly be a good time to think about bonsais. Let me go like that. But let's just grow another tree so that we have 8 pieces of wood so we can make 4 chests. So go like that. Put you in there. Take this out. So if we were to... I think if I put something in this and then break it, yeah. So there is a way to actually get it back. But if we go like this, these pipes are nice because you don't need like any tool or anything. You just need to right click on the end that you want and then it'll extract. Like automatically. It's actually pretty quick. I don't know how it deals with like large loads, but for now that's actually not bad. And if you just want to say disable something, there's no like disable end that I've found. There's only input and output. So that's a little annoying. If you wanted to say have another chest here, then it would automatically be connected and there's no way to stop it. Gold, feather, iron. Couldn't see what that is. Looks like a piece of coal. Honeycomb. I think that was the sound of it leveling up here. Another piece of gold, another piece of gold. Egg. And lapis. So that was very much a resource bee. Check that in there. So I couldn't say put a chest here just to store the like archaeologist or anything. I could put it here. Just put that in there, but yeah, the main reason I decided to go with that one first is so I could get more coal. Yeah, that's annoying. You can barely see the bonsai pot. Now let's go like that. I think we need a hopper. Which is you're in the wrong one. I had hoppers there. Go like that. There. That on top. We need a piece of dirt. So we put that in there. That in there. You'll see that it is progressing. And it's just growing visually as well. The problem is, with this version of bonsai, it actually needs an axe to harvest. There's no like automated system. So if we go like this, I think this is the strongest axe we can make at the time. We chuck this in and it'll just harvest, and there we go. This little slot down here, just give me a piece of amethyst. There. Now it's an amethyst bonsai pot. That's just a visual thing. Okay. So I think we probably should the reason I needed the coal was because I needed to make stone. So go like that. While we're at it, we should probably also just send another batch through. But now this is the best way to do it. We can't like automate this until we have the hammer, and for that we need some more resources, of which we're getting from doing this. Chuck that in there. But yeah, we need 6 compressed stone. So we didn't need the full stack, but we'll probably need it eventually. There's our bonsai. We still haven't done this one. But we will eventually. Generating resources. Oh yes, the archaeologist, the geologist, and then the dimensionalist. Which, yeah, needs a little bit of progress to get to. From the, fabricator, or you can make them in the immersive engineering. We also don't have any of the stuff that it needs. But yeah. Take that. Take that. There's the shift K. Should make another furnace. That'll pop. You in there. Now eventually it will get to a point where it is also generating coal once this bar fills up. As opposed to the tiny coal. Now, while we're here, bookmark that. And bookmark that one. The reason bookmarking instead of just hovering over and saying A is because this one just shows the thing so you can click on it whenever. This one, if you hold shift, it actually lets you visualize what the crafting recipe is. So we know for this we need 2 gold, 2 redstone, what is it? 4 iron. Need more sticks. And fun fact, you can actually use this iron hammer, the one that has durability out of it. I'm not going to, but you can. So take that. I need glass. I think that was everything. Just double checking. Yeah, there we go. Now we've got an auto hammer. And this auto hammer, I never realized that it just like automatically pulled. Like I swear I've used it before, but I didn't remember that for some reason. Okay, so that is why we need the basin, which is just logs. Okay. Give me 7 logs. I know this is starting to feel really cramped. I will expand this eventually, but for now we don't. I want to focus on getting like early game set up, and then maybe off stream. I can't quite. I need to actually move this into the main area. So what we want to do is this, and then we just jump on it. And it gives a varying amount of water. This one's actually giving quite a lot. You can hear the little drips of it, working. There we go. Damn, that actually gave us quite a lot. And we also have this, entropy manipulator. Once we have more iron. Oops. So if we just, I'm gonna move this. Go like that, boom, lava. And you'll notice task complete, because that is a part of this quest. This lava chicken is nice. I don't know how I feel about this version of the roost mod. But, yeah, we've done that one. So right now we only have... Oh yeah, we need the grass seeds. That is a, Now let's go this. Do we need to do this much dirt? No. That was the wrong one. See? I now have these things. These holes. Don't know why it does it like that. Also cut into here a little bit. Need another hammer. Give me... you. Now. This one. Chuck the dirt in with the archaeologist. Now we do have to wait for him to actually level up. Because he can't get the, what's it called now? The grass seeds? Oh no, he can. Okay. It's a 20% chance. But this also gets us wheat, potatoes, carrots. There you go, there's a grass seed. So we got that. Got this one. So now it is just this, of which we're waiting for the stone. Gonna leave that guy running, just so that he levels up. You can go in there. We still need, what, 3? Go. Like that. Don't have a piece of glass on me anymore. You. There we go. And we have completed the first chapter. You know, I got this from this quest as well. So now, we can either have it so that... Oh, that's a little awkward, because I think these only output from the sites that they indicate. Don't know if they can go above. I think, however, they can be placed vertically, so... Just get another lava. You go there. You go like that. Okay, and if we go just on top. Yeah, I didn't think so. That took me way too long to actually do. I guess the easiest way would probably be filling that. I don't know why I filled in that bit. Still got 23. For now, let's go Grab this. Don't want to accidentally mine the wall as well. Chest. You there. You on top. Why are you the way you are? Oh well. And give me the gold one. Wait. Like this. There we go. And then let's also go. Now obviously that's not going to work with this guy. But we'll be able to, when this is done, switch the geologist back in. And if we had another auto hammer, of which they're not that bad to make, we could make another one pretty easily. Yeah, we could take it into sand. So these seem to go in stacks of 8. Got it. Take all of these out. Actually, we'll take you out. We'll chuck you into here. The 6 in there as well. Really, I should put a drawer underneath. 2x2. Now we'll leave it as it is. It's my... Alright. Wondering why that corner was so dark. And another zombie villager over there. One thing we will have to monitor is the brush. But should be fine for now. Okay, so we've done this first chapter. Completely finished. Now we should look at the next chapter. Of which the easiest way we're going to be able to do this actually should keep it doing dirt. That way we can get the archwood saplings and that. How do I want to do this? Oops. If I have it automatically push, you were like that. So I'd want to stand here to have it push into there. And then you here. Will that work? No. That is annoying. So to have it like that, I need to push it back into here. Like that. Eventually, I will have like an automated system, probably a different unearther for each soil type and all of that, with like this all hidden behind the wall, it all pushing into like a drawer storage thing. Probably be the easiest way to do it. But for now, oh yeah, another annoying thing about these pipes, they don't recognize double chests. Like this is the inventory. It can only push to fill up this inventory. For now, let's just speed him up a little. Haven't got any more apples out of there. But yeah. So the archwood will just... I may actually be able to get archwood myself now that I think about it. So if we go like that, give me my... Now. Okay, no. I wasn't able to get it myself. I think what we're gonna do now is maybe we'll start on storage. That. Make another stack of stone. I got 7 left, and well, that's not gonna progress to the next level in the time frame. I think I'm gonna want another unearther, of which I'm gonna need more amethyst. You need that much. Actually, we only need one less than that. That, go like that. So we do need, actually, need this. Didn't need that much, but those are actually used for a few things. So. Now we're gonna go like that. Go like that. Because we want him to level up. This is gonna get overloaded by seeds, but oh well. I think I know what I'm gonna do. I'm going to actually push these underground into like a lower room, then have storage along here, like connected to the specific one. So if this one's dirt, it's going to be like a wall of dirt related items. This one's going to be the iron related items. Because you'd need, what's it called? You'd need a drawer for the iron, the tiny iron, a drawer for the iron, chunks, and then a drawer for iron of itself. And yeah, that can be a 2x2, but we want higher storage, so it'd probably just be by itself. Then one for like dust, one for sand, one for, well, that's all we have at the moment. But so I need 4 of these total. I'd also need more archaeologists, more geologists. But for now, let's just, it's probably the least obtrusive spot to put it. Yeah. That's not gonna last, so let's make another brush. Give me another feather. There. Before I use up all my feathers, let's actually jump ahead a little bit. 6 are in here. Just so I don't forget. And make that. Because that comes under generating resources here. Need that and just a regular chicken. But we're getting feathers a lot less than we're getting eggs. And considering we'll get a lava chicken, which can drop eggs, if these don't spawn a regular chicken, we could also make a farm, like a passive area, eventually. Chuck you in there for now. But yeah, let's store at sophisticated. Alright, there's the backpacks, there's the chests, and there's the drawers. You from functional storage. How much is it for the controller? Ooh, steel plates. Yeah, we can get those pretty soon. I know we can also buy it, but if I can craft it, why would I? They're easy. We've also got the quartz from Loopy. That would be the like thing that would stop us had we not gotten that drop. We also need diamonds, which, hang on. Give me this. Journeyman. Okay, that's not the right one. There. Journeyman on gravel. So tier 3. We're looking for the gold one. Okay. So that was how I was getting diamonds. Never mind. Journeyman on dirt. Only gets those. So I'm surprised that we didn't have any diamonds in here. Unless you're only level 2, never mind. So we can get diamonds ourselves. Let's do that. I was about to chuck it in here. And then I'm like, wait, no, that's not what we want. 10. Ah, there goes the brush. Let me do mine first. There we go, we got some diamonds. Cool, so what was I just doing? Oh yeah, storage. What are you gonna give me? Copper, that's nice. Honeycomb. Another honeycomb. Feather. It's just saying how we need more feathers. Egg. More ectoplasm. Another honeycomb. I don't know why these bees are dropping so much. The ones on my other one were only doing 4. Oh yeah, you were checked in there. Oops. There we go. Got a little chicken. Which means I'm actually going to dismantle this. The only thing that is any real hazard... Where'd you go? There you are. Yeah, it's the only real hazard, so... Because we need this thing to grow up. How close are you? Not really. Controller. Steel. Steel, we need the, metallurgic infuser. That's what we need to do, work on first. Until then, let's, see, are you still as easy to make as you used to be? Yeah. Just chests surrounded by planks. And you're the exact same, yeah. Cool. Just had to double check. Didn't it used to be the points, not the corners? Oh. We also need, like, the locking card. The linking tool and the configuration. So that's more diamond paper. We've got the sugarcane for. Configuration tool is an emerald. We didn't get an emerald, but we can from an expert. Okay. So we're a little bit away from the configuration tool, which really does mean there's no point in doing this yet, like automating it, because there's no way to lock things. But yeah, what we're going to work on next is I guess mechanism. We're not going to go really in depth with mechanism, at least for now. It is purely going to be just to get the generator and the what's it? Don't need that anymore. Just to get the metallurgic infuser and any of the generators. Heat generator would probably be the best because it can be lava logged. The problem is we don't have any like real power pipes, so there's no real point in lava logging it and making a large chain when they need to be right next to it. But if we go 1, 2, 3, have it in the middle. Because I don't want to do coal generators. Mainly because we don't really have like, we've got a semi-automated. If we switch this over to him, then we'll just have him dumping out coal. Sure, that's fine. Let's get rid of these. Compress them all down, just so they save space. Could do that. However, we want to level him up so we can get the archwood stuff. So let's go heat generator. Let me bookmark that. Let me go with metallurgic infuser. Bookmark that. So we need... Let's just do this how I normally do it. Okay, so we need... How much redstone? 2 redstone. Got it. Iron. There. And iron there. Got it. No copper, 2 copper. 2 copper there. Need an osmium each. This is any planks. Osmium. Do we compress any osmium? No. I need to actually take that into my inventory to do that. So, any planks. Do we have any in here? No. Go like that. You can go in here. We need 3 furnaces. So take 24 there. Now, yes, I do know that at this stage it's only the one heat generator we're making. But I mean, I guess we could we have the... Though we were actually running low on the copper, but we had enough. Give me another 16 of those. You there. 3, 1. You in there. Give me another log. There we go. Hate the way it does that. There we go. Now let me go like that and that. And you in the middle. Let's go with configure. Configure the left to energy. Yeah, configure it all to energy. Now this obviously isn't going to it's still going to be slow. This dielectric rod, we'll leave it as it is, but now we can make steel. In here, heat generator. Could also go with the... Okay. That one we need plates for, so we can't actually do that yet. It also needs nickel. What was it? Any furnace, okay. Kinetic generator, water meter. We could do that. Set up a water wheel channel for immersive, but then we'd need to get into the whole power transfer and everything, like the LV, the MV, and all that. Let's get rid of all these. But for now, we go with, what is it? What were we needing the steel for? Not that one. Oh yeah, the controller. The controller needed 4 steel. Now we could do steel plates and then turn that into, so it's a 3-to-1. So we need 12, which would require 24 coal and 12 iron. Because it takes 10 coal, like carbon in the metallurgic infuser, and an iron per infused iron, and then that and another 10 coal to turn it into the steel. Or we can make 4 of the steel grit, steel dust, or whatever you want to call it, and we'll make the actual smeltery, which is then a 1-to-1 of steel dust into steel into plates. Now, we do need string. The easiest way to get string would probably be hemp. You know what? For the sake of it, you can have that, and you can have that, just so we can get water. Need to set up a little infinite thing, so cool. As far as I know, we never need this thing again. Don't need these anymore. Oh yeah, that's what I was doing. I was making a farm. So let's go here, here, here. Turn you into gravel. Dirt. Need to make it a hoe. Let's just make a gold one, so I don't need it that much. You're level 3 now. You'll need quite a bit to go before you leveled up. I think we can now like stop the dirt production. Give me that. Give me that. Give me another pipe. Cool, we need another brush. There. Stick. Copper. I'd have actually made it in the right configuration. There we go. Plenty of hemp seeds. Plenty of hemp. Almost got 3 stacks of it. It's just 3 across, yeah. There we go, string. We got string, need more iron. Give me that. Yes, I have realized my mistake, by the way, in that I haven't given an output for him. Give me another 8 of those. You in there. You in there. Alright, I need to actually access the front to be able to put that in there. Oh. So the reason I need the iron, and 2 sticks, and the string, was so I can make an engineer's hammer. There we go, hammer. And that comes under the general tech and... yeah. Now we could make the alloy kiln, which is just bricks and sand, well, sandstone. Or we can go the route of... for that I'm going to need sand. Either way I'm going to need sand. I'm actually going to go flip this around. Need another wand. Give me a diamond one. You down. Yeah, I didn't think that would all last. You, give me 3 of you. Because what we're aiming for is for this guy to level up. Should be like the next 1 or 2. There we go. Now he can get diamonds. Going to go and turn that off. You managed to sneak through. Because this gives us clay. Actually, that hadn't snuck through, that was still left in there. And the clay is what we need for, like, the grout. How'd I get a second stick? Alright, I just took that out. It's actually going to be handy for what we're trying to do. Do we have any clay balls? We've got almost 2 stacks. Because this is pretty much just the same as grout. Maybe I'll wait till... Nah, because we can only do 16 lots of it. Fire clay. That. There. Fill in these. Piece of copper, an egg. He likes to fly over that way. I don't know why. Another egg. Piece of leather. Another egg. Iron. Speaking of, what happened to our chicken? Honeycomb and copper. Give me my chicken stick. Are you all the way down there? Now, something I didn't think about is, what if this spawned a baby zombie? See, we now get diamonds. Okay, that's gonna take a while. There's a drain. Don't need that, don't need that. Need another thinger chest. You can go in there. Now, the difference with this, well, we've got this, cool. And that unlocks the actual roost quest tree. This is under general tech. The difference with this and Tinker's is that this actually needs heating coils. Yeah, this needs 9 of these heating coils, which needs a bunch of copper and buckets. But that's actually where we're going to have to end this one. So what I may do is, because we've got, how much copper do we have? 7. Nowhere near enough. You're the one that gives me copper, yeah. So we'll set copper up because we need 45 total. What I may do is, while I'm on my break, just re-upping my drinks and going to the toilet and everything, I may also just sit here and like turn the copper we have, make some more sand. So we can just go like that, and boom, we now have another batch of sand. Do we need another brush? Okay. But that's all the time we have for in this episode. So I'll just be back in whenever my break is done, and yeah, we actually made some good progress. Lost it a little bit at the end there with my just running back and forth like, what am I doing, but hopefully taking a little break will allow me to refocus. But with that being said, I'll catch you in the next one.